ये छह जो जीवन के पथ के लुटेरे हैं, परस्पर मिलित होकर दोषवृत्ति करने वाले वैदिकर कहते हैं। श्रीमद् भागवत में काम क्रोध आदि के विषय में भी कहा गया, धैतो विषयाना पुंसम संगस्तेषु उपजायते संगात संजयते काम कामात् क्रोधादि जायते क्रोधात् भवति सन्मात् स्मृति विभ्रम स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् नश्यति। अर्थात विषय को चिंतन करने से उन विषय में आसक्ति हो जाती है। आसक्ति से उन विषय का कामना उत्पन्न होती है और कामना से विघ्न क्रोध उत्पन्न होता है। क्रोध से मूढ़ भाव उत्पन्न होता है और मूढ़ भाव से स्मृति में भ्रम हो जाता है और स्मृति में भ्रम हो जाने से बुद्धि अर्थात ज्ञान शक्ति का नाश हो जाता है और बुद्धि का नाश होने पर पुनः विषय भोगने में विभग्न हो जाता है। इस प्रकार संसार चक्र में फंसकर दुख भोगने लग जाता है। इस संसार के
So the jiva is in this material world.
और भ्रमित यदि इस प्रकार इस संसार में जीव जो है,
the jivas in this material world, they are the servants of lust and anger.
सबसे जीवों की खतरनाक वस्तु क्या है?
What is the most dangerous thing for a living entity? It's the lust.
हम शब्द के अर्थ होते हैं
Actually, lust, the word lust means desire to enjoy objects of the senses. This is काम.
ये वासना उत्पन्न कैसे हो जाता है?
How does this desire come?
विषय की चिंतन करते
Because we think about material things.
हैं। संसार के विषय चिंतन करते करते
Thinking about material things, then
फंस जाते हैं। इसलिए कह रहे हैं
we become
और फिर विषय
bound.
चिंतन करते विषय
bound.
क्या हो जाती है? आसक्ति हो
So because we are thinking so much about material things, we have the shakti, the attachment.
जाती है। आसक्ति बढ़ जाता है
And the more attachment we have,
प्राप्ति के लिए पाने के लिए और भी हृदय में विप्र
then we'll have more eagerness to attain those things in our heart.
और कामना जहाँ पर हमारे विषय भोग के जहाँ पर हम रखते
So if we have desire for,
बाधा आ जाए
and if some obstacle for our sense gratification comes,
तो उससे क्या होता है? क्रोध उत्पन्न हो जाता है
then so much anger arises.
और क्रोध से क्या हो जाए?
From the anger,
नाश हो जाता है,
our intelligence is destroyed,
उत्पन्न होता है, जिससे हम सब कुछ खो बैठते हैं।
and then we lose everything.
इसलिए ज्ञान शक्ति का उस समय क्या हो जाता है?
So our knowledge, jnana shakti, at the time is destroyed.
नाश हो जाता है। और बुद्धि का नाश होने पर
Because our intelligence is destroyed, then again we become absorbed in sense gratification.
और दुख
Gratification.
लग जाता है। इस प्रकार जीव संसार में
Then in this way the jivas are wandering and suffering and enjoying this material world. There's no other reason.
उसका क्या है?
The main root, the source of the unhappiness.
और the source of unhappiness, दुख के कारण क्या है?
What's the source of our unhappiness?
ना विषय के प्रति चिंतन,
Thinking about material things. Or
भगवान के चरण कमल में चिंतन को लगाए बिना केवल ज्ञान और योग और तपस्या आदि के द्वारा मन को निगृहित करना व काम क्रोध आदि अनर्थ को छुटकारा न पाना सर्वथा असंभव है। जितने प्रकार की शास्त्र में
so from all the kinds of
पथ बताए,
paths, process that Shastra explains,
जैसे जो भी लोग योग के द्वारा इंद्रियों आदि के संयम करने के लिए प्रयास करते हैं,
like the yogis, they try to control their senses.
आदि के द्वारा इंद्रियों आदि संयम
The gyanis, they try also to control their senses.
समस्त के कर्म ज्ञान योग आदि के द्वारा कदापि संपूर्ण रूप से
But by karma, jnana, and yoga, tapasya, you can never ever
संयम करना
control completely our senses. It's not possible.
है संभव
Wi-Fi.
क्योंकि आग पाद वायु पानी और उपस्थ ये कर्मेंद्रिय का पंच कर्मेंद्रिय
So the 5 working senses,
चक्षु
5 working senses,
जिहा और
what are they? Bak, pani, pada, payu, pasta. Speech,
इनके धर्म क्या है
hands, legs, genitals, anus.
उस तन्मात्रा
5
मात्रा
pancha karmendriya, 5 knowledge acquiring senses.
करने के लिए जोड़ता है
So, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. So they're connected to the mind, and their natural tendency is try to enjoy things of this world.
क्षणिक काल के लिए
But the process of yoga,
आदि कुछ समय के लिए
just for a temporary time,
कर लेते हैं
we're able to control the senses. But actually, it doesn't happen.
इसलिए यहाँ पर कह रहे हैं
So here it explains
एकमात्र दमन करने के उपाय क्या है
the only way to control the senses is
पथ अनुशीलन करके
follow the path of bhakti and do bhajan of Lord.
अर्थात इंद्रियों की जय करने का प्रयत्न के अनुसंधान से चुप हो जाता है स्मृति का भंग होने पर बुद्धि नाश अर्थात अज्ञानमूलक अनुशीलन का विनाश हो जाता है अंत में बुद्धि का नाश होने पर
Which page Gurudev is reading? Who knows?
यहाँ सर्वनाश अभिप्राय विषय भोग में निमग्न हो जाता है
Do you understand?
तात्पर्य है,
What is the meaning?
भागवत का आश्रय ग्रहण नहीं करने से दुर्निवार मन को जितना असंभव नहीं कर सकता
Cannot conquer.
इसलिए एकमात्र किसका आश्रय करना
So we must take shelter of whom?
नाम भागवत
Of the Bhagavat.
अवसुत मन ही और
The uncontrolled minds,
मन को वशीभूत करने के इच्छुक पुरुषों के अवश्य ही भगवान की आराधना करनी चाहिए
those who want to worship Lord, they should control their minds.
जिनके प्रधान कर्तव्य क्या है
So the main duty of the soul is only
भगवान आराधना
to worship God.
है। इसलिए मन शिक्षा में भी उपदेश दे रहे हैं
So Manah-shiksha gives this instruction.
आदि
Lust and anger,
छह जीवन के पत्ते से क्या है लुटेरा है लुटेरा
they're like thieves. Gurudev is already in the other in the other slok. Sorry, because I lost the beginning. Verse 5.
असत चेष्टा प्रद कष्ट प्रद भयंकर पास
That's why I was not finding.
षडरिपु का कुचेष्टा रूपी कष्ट प्रद भयंकर दोषी के द्वारा गले में बंध जाना अर्थात क्रोध रूपी रस्सी के द्वारा बंध जाना है
So, okay, verse 62, page 62, number 2. Their torturous, dreadful ropes of wicked deeds.
गधा जो है संग सुख करने के लिए
Like the donkey, because he wants to associate with the she-donkey
क्या करते हैं
for happiness of his senses,
गधी के
he's
पीछे
running behind the she-donkey.
और गधी क्या करते हैं अपने
And the she-donkey, she's, with her hind legs, she's
गधे के मुंह में बार बार
kicking the head of the male donkey,
मुंह से खून
hey donkey, and he's bleeding, but still
संग सुख के लिए उसके पीछे पीछे दौड़ता रहता है ठीक उसी
he's running after her to enjoy.
राम को
So in the same way, the jivas, controlled by lust and anger,
संसार के विषय सुख के भोग के लिए दौड़ते हैं
they are running behind happiness of material sense gratification, and they're suffering.
जानते हैं सब ऐसे के संसार के
So they know everything. The jivas in this world, they know.
यहाँ एक फर्स्ट
They know that this world has so much sufferings and unhappiness. So why they're still running behind material things to enjoy them? This is exactly the
विशेष जो है शक्ति का
special potency of Maya. That's it.
माया जीव को क्या करती है
Maya is
लेकर के जाती
doing these things to the jivas.
है विशेष करके माया के जो तीन आत्मिक का जो गुण जो माया जो
especially the three gunatmika Maya, three, no, Sattva, Raja and Tama.
गुणों के द्वारा
By these three gunas,
ये स्थिर है।
Maya is binding us and
गर्भित वर्तमान गणे
okay, so the living entity is bound by the neck with the painful, fearful ropes of wicked deeds enacted by the above mentioned six enemies of lust, anger, and so on. Bakabit Varma Pagani, page 62, Manah-shiksha in English.
उनके वर्तमान पथ अतः
The protectors of the path leading to the killer of Bakasura. The word Bakabit refers to Shri Krishna, who is the killer of the demon Bak, the personification of duplicity. The word Vatma means a path, or in other words, the path of the cultivation of love for Krishna.
रक्षा करने के
The suffix pa means a guardian or protector, which here refers to the Vaishnavas. The purport is that to save oneself from the aforementioned impediments, one should cry piteously and call upon the Vaishnavas, because they are guardians and protectors on the path of cultivating Krishna Prem.
परम
These powerful, most merciful Vaishnavas will certainly protect you upon hearing your piteous cry.
हमारे रक्षा करेंगे। आप लोगों ने श्रवण किया
So you've heard
कृष्ण गोचारण करते हुए बकासुर के वध
So Krishna killed Bakasura when he was grazing the cows. How did he kill Bakasura?
कंस के द्वारा प्रेरित होकर के वो बकासुर
Bakasura came because he was inspired by Kamsa, you know,
सखाओं के साथ गोचारण कर रहे थे
where Krishna was grazing the cows with his friends.
हैं? वहाँ पर
Bakasura was near a lake.
हैं? खदीवन वहाँ पर खेदड़ा हाँ बकासुर की कथा जो है
So the story of Bakasura,
हम वर्णन करते हैं वहाँ पर क्या करने लगे
what he was doing there.
तो खिदाड़ने लगे भगाने लगे खदेड़ने लगे हैं? आसन इसलिए वहाँ पर कई नाम से खदीर वन नाम होने के कई कारण बताया गया
Many reasons why that place called Kadirban. Kadirban.
खजूर के पेड़ भी था
Also there was
वहाँ पर भी
so much date trees,
खदीर जो होता है एक
so they also called like this.
जो चुनाव लगाने वाला होता है ना एक हैं? उसमें भी वो खदीर खाते हैं ना
So sorry, I don't understand. Gurudev told two more meanings of Kaira Kadar, but I don't know the meaning. I cannot. So that place called Kaira Gaon, this village, and this name comes from by many reasons. Gurudev is telling, but I didn't understand some words. I cannot translate them. Sorry.
खायरो माने बकासुर
Kairu means
हैं?
when Bakasur
कृष्ण के ऊपर दौड़ गए
ate Krishna.
हैं? कभी-कभी भगवान क्या करने लगे
Sometimes Bhagavan, what does he do?
कि देखो कथा की लीला प्रकार इस प्रकार वर्णन हो रहा है बकासुर ने किया कि वहाँ पर खड़े रहे
Bakasur was there standing.
बकासुर कृष्ण जानते थे हैं? उसके आज वध करना
So Krishna knew he had to kill him today.
सब जानते हैं
He knew.
हैं? और वो सोचने लगे
And then he thought,
जब मैं पूरा निकल लूँ
I will swallow Krishna completely.
तो इतने विशाल जो चोंच को फाड़ करके देखे
So he opened his beak, very large
अब कृष्ण के आक्रमण
beak, and he went to attack
कृष्ण ने उस
Krishna. Then Krishna, what did he do?
चोंच में आ जाते हैं कोई चोंच से बाहर
Sometimes
भगवान एक साथ में नहीं मार देते
Bhagavan does not kill at once. Like
बिल्ली जैसे
he's like also playing like a little bit,
खेलता रहता है
just like a cat playing with the rat before killing the rat.
लेके मार डालता है
In the end, the cat will kill the rat, the mouse. So Bhagavan also performing pastimes. He's like
और
some,
जब निकट में आ गया
you know, the fight has so many moments.
कृष्ण भगवान है
Then Bakasura caught Krishna. Then Krishna, he's Bhagavan, so he made his body very big, Krishna. Then Krishna
बाहर
made his body very small, then he could come out from the clutches of Bakasura.
बकासुर भी उनके पीछे पीछे दौड़े लगे
Then Bakasura is also running behind Krishna.
खेदड़ने लगे हैं? इसलिए वो और अंत में कृष्ण ने क्या की
In the end, what did Krishna do?
है, एक चोंच के एक तरफ एक पैर रख दिया और ऊपरी वाले चोंच को जो है ऐसे उठाया
He put one lower part of the beak down and upper part of the beak up,
हैं? ठीक
just like when we break a piece of bamboo.
किया कि
So Bhagavan Krishna like broke his jaw like this, like a jaw of the bird, you know, like opening his big, his mouth so big.
लीला मात्र है,
This is only Lila,
किंतु इसमें वास्तव क्या है, ये बगुला क्या है,
but this Bakula, this Bakasura,
कपट के प्रतीक
actually they
है,
symbolize the based on hypocrisy.
प्रतीक है। पानी में जाकर के खड़े, एक पैर में खड़ी हो जाता है, दूसरे पैर को अंदर में ले लेते हैं।
How do they call in English this bird? I forgot. So they are
दृष्टि बिल्कुल पानी में रहता है,
standing in the water, and one leg
विशाल एक जोगी के भांति,
they put under their arm,
बिल्कुल हिलता डुलता नहीं है,
their wings, and they are like so fixed,
रखते हैं। मछली सोचता है,
like
और मछली निकट में जब आ
like a yogi. And when the fish come, then they just came and eat it very quickly.
इसमें भी
Crane,
शिक्षा दी है।
crane in English, yeah, crane. This bird.
ऐसी शिक्षा लेना चाहिए।
So you have to learn from the crane.
ध्यान,
Bakadyan, you have to learn from the meditation of the crane.
अल्प आहारी गृह त्यागी, सुनो निद्रा, पंच इति
Vidalakshan.
लक्षणम। जिसको विद्या अर्जन करना है,
So those who want to get knowledge,
नीति शास्त्र में कहा गया,
Niti Shastra explains,
प्राणियों से तुम शिक्षा,
you have to learn from 5 people. You have to learn.
क्या बोला,
5 animals. What?
कौन कौन बोला,
What did I say?
हैं?
Which animals you have to learn from?
चेष्टा, काग माने कौवा।
Kaka means the crow.
ये जो है, देखो कोई वस्तु के देख ले, उसकी प्राप्ति कर,
The crow,
बार चेष्टा।
when he sees something, then he's again and again trying to get that.
उसी प्रकार विद्या अर्जन करने के लिए,
So in the same way,
प्राप्ति करने के लिए,
to
बार आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा,
get knowledge, you have to again and again try and endeavor.
भगवत ध्यान, भगवान है,
Bakadyan means this crane.
में नहीं देखो जलाश पानी में कोई ऐसे एक पैर में खड़े
The crane is standing with only one leg
के भांति
in the water, just like a tapasi, like a
ध्यान लगा रहता है,
meditation.
आंख उधार भी नहीं गए, उधार
He's not going here and there, just completely fixed in the water.
है, विद्या भी उसी प्रकार है,
So our knowledge also, when we
आपस
get knowledge also, we should be like that.
ध्यानो,
Focus,
अल्प आहार,
just like a crane.
भोजन कम
Alpahari, you should eat little.
और गृह त्यागी
And
है, घर से बाहर माने आसक्ति है,
be detached from your family house.
और क्या करते हैं,
And
दोनों निद्रा,
Suno Nidra,
जैसे ना
you should
है,
sleep very little, like a dog. A dog sleeps very quickly and also wakes up very quickly.
वाह वाह वाह,
He had light sleep. Any small sound, the dog's already bow, 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 barking. So those who need to
उसके कुत्ते के
study, get knowledge, they should sleep like a dog.
लाइट,
Have light sleep.
ज़्यादा गंभीर नहीं, कुंभ करने के भांति पड़े रहो,
If you're sleeping just like Kumbhakarna, no.
ये समझते नहीं, इसलिए कहते हैं काक चेष्टा भगत ध्यान, अल्प आहारी गृह त्यागी, सुनो निद्रा, यदि पंच विद्या लक्षण, विद्या की अर्जन करने के लिए ये चारों, ये जो है 5 लक्षण होता है।
So these 5 symptoms. So you have to eat little also.
ज़्यादा भोजन करना नहीं चाहिए,
Should not eat too much.
है, अल्प और गृह त्यागी, घर से दूर रखो,
Grihataya should be far from your house.
जिससे पहले आजकल हम लोग जब स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, जब ये फाइनल परीक्षा होती
Then later in school, when it was the time for the last test, last examination,
अनंत जो है जो घर में 2 महीने पहले
so 2 months before, for the preparation to your final exam, you had to stay out from your house
पढ़ाई करनी,
just to study,
तो ध्यान किस में रहेगा,
and only one focus in the studies,
और कुछ नहीं।
nothing else.
गांव के लड़के होता है, भाई आज ये काम करना है,
Because you know, if you're a village
घर से बाहर 2 महीने घर में बाहर चले गए,
boy, like you have your family all the time, they ask you to do something that you not focus. But if you're 2 months preparing for the exam outside your house, then you can focus.
यहाँ पर भी कह रहे हैं कि कृष्ण बकासुर को वध किया,
So Krishna killed Bakasura.
इसलिए कह रहे हैं भगवत मुक्तिमान उपरता स्वरूप बकासुर का विनाश करने वाले श्री कृष्ण का,
So the word Bhakabid refers to Shri Krishna, who is the killer of the demon Bak.
इसलिए कह रहे हैं भगवत बकासुर, वर्तमान गणे उनकी पथ में अर्थात प्रेम पुरुषगण पदरूप अर्थात पालक एवं रक्षक
The suffix pa means a guardian or protector, which here refers to the Vaishnavas.
और वही वैष्णव जन के जो है रो रो करके कातर स्वर से पुकारो.
So one should cry piteously and call out upon the Vaishnavas. Who is dear to Krishna?
पहले साधक में हम रूप गोस्वामी सनातन
First the sadhaka. We see Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami.
के जो है अत्यंत प्रियजन
This personalities are very dear to Krishna.
चिंतन करें.
We should think about them.
परम करुणामय वैष्णव जन तुम्हारी परम करुणा सुनकर अवश्य ही
This powerful, most merciful Vaishnavas will certainly protect you upon hearing your piteous cry. Who was Bakasura in the previous life?
क्या था उसके नाम?
What was his name?
वो मछली पकड़ रहा था
He was a fisherman.
और एक संत महात्मा जो है वहाँ पर
He was catching a fish, and a saint
ऐसा कर रहे थे.
was performing austerities,
वो मछली पकड़ रहा था.
and he was catching
जल
fish.
जो है, नदी के जल उनके ऊपर
And the water of the body of the fish
जो संत महात्मा विचार थे जा
fell on the saint.
दुष्ट
The saint tried to warn him.
तुम्हारे काम
Then the saint told,
मछली पकड़.
"You are evil. You should become a crane."
आप यार निकल के प्रार्थना कर
Then he came to the saint and started praying,
रक्षा कीजिए.
"Please
तापर
protect me."
भगवान आकर के
Then
तुम्हें ये बुगला शरीर से
saint told, "But in Dwapara Yuga, God will free you from this crane body."
इसलिए कहे भगवान के जो प्रियजन वैष्णवगण उनकी रक्षा उनकी ही चिंतन करो.
So you should think about Vaishnavas, the dear devotees of Lord. Verse 62, page 62, verse in the lower part. I offer my respectful obeisances to the great saintly devotees of the Lord, headed by Prahlad, Narada, Parashar, Pundarik, Vyas, Ambarish, Shukra, Shaunaka, Bhishma, Dalbhya, Rukmangad, Uddhav, Vibhishan and Arjun.
इस प्रकार करें. केवल कर्मकांड प्रतिपादन मीमांसा दर्शन रूप भूल से जिनका ज्ञान चक्षु अत्यंत मलिन हो गया उनकी बुद्धि भगवान में नहीं लग सकती.
64, last paragraph. The purport of this verse is that the contamination of the hearts cannot be eradicated by dry renunciation, the cultivation of impersonal knowledge, the practice of mystic yoga, or the performance of austerities. It is only by the influence of association of Vaishnavas, who are free from all pride, and upon the attainment of their mercy, that the heart very easily become cleansed from all misgivings.
साधु रस को प्रेम रस होते हुए उस मधुर रस को
No. Gurudeva read the meaning of this 63,
भगवान की ऐसी
Padyapali 57.
लीला कथा से वंचित क्यों यहाँ पर ये
Why?
हैं,
Those whose eyes of wisdom have been sullied by the dust of Mimamsa,
प्राप्ति करने के लिए
philosophy.
लघिमा आदि प्राप्ति करके
So the jivas who are in this world,
जारी दिखाने के लिए अथवा लाभ
they get so much
आदि
like mystic powers, and also actually just to show off to the people.
करते रहते हैं. इसलिए कह रहे हैं ये समझते कि हमारी छल कपट भी है.
This is all the piston hypocrisy actually.
प्रज्जितो कोइतवो अत्र परम निर्मसनां श्रीमद् भागवत में
In the Srimad Bhagavatam,
द्वितीय नंबर श्लोक में आता है.
first canto, second sloka.
धर्म प्रज्जित कोइतवो अत्र माने इस श्रीमद् भागवत में
Atra means
समस्त प्रकार कपट धर्म के किसी प्रकार आश्रय नहीं है.
the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Bhagavatam, there is no place for kapat dharma,
छेदन कर
any cheating religion.
धर्म प्रज्जित कोइतवो अत्र कोइतव माने
Koitab means liberation.
और अकोइतव माने कृष्ण प्रेम.
Koitab means Krishna prem.
प्रज्जित कोइतव शब्द के अर्थ
Koitab means actually
है कपट.
duplicity, hypocrisy. But the highest duplicity is
मुक्ति की इच्छा बन
the desire for liberation.
मुक्ति बंचा कोइतव प्रदान जाओ इसे कृष्ण भक्ति है कौन अंतर्ज्ञान हो गया. अंतर्ज्ञान माने
So if you have desire for mukti, the
तब हमारे हृदय
Krishna prem disappears. Krishna bhakti disappears. So if you have desire for mukti in your heart, then you'll never be able to perform Krishna bhakti.
क्योंकि शास्त्र में लिखा गया चेतना
Shastra explains, Chaitanya Charitamrita says that
ये मुक्ति हृदय के क्या करते अत्यंत कठोर
mukti makes the heart so hard.
है चित्त चित्त वज्र समा भेला है चित्त के इतने कठिन कर देते हैं
Makes the heart so hard.
इसलिए मुक्ति की पहली त्याग देनी चाहिए
So first we should give up mukti.
आदि के जो है कभी-कभी जो है
The karmis, sometimes they come to the path of bhakti and they get some mercy. But those who desire mukti, especially when I say mukti here, I mean about Sushka Gyani, dry knowledge of the Advaitavadis, that they are always only denying, neti. This is not, this is not, this is not. What is this actually?
वेदों शास्त्र की तात्पर्य क्या है
What is the meaning of the Shastras?
वेदेर प्रतिज्ञा कहिए
Only Krishna Bhakti.
वेद एकमात्र कहते हैं वेद की तात्पर्य क्या है
Actually, the meaning of the Veda is only Krishna Bhakti, how to attain Krishna Bhakti.
किंतु ज्ञानी लोग कृष्ण भक्ति के आश्रय नहीं करते
The Gyanis, they don't take shelter of Bhakti, and they are discussing only Gyan. So Gurudeva has read the page also from the Manah-shiksha 60-61, but I came late in the live, so I lost what he was reading. So you can read also to keep up. And also Gurudeva read this 63. So the glories of associating with the devotees are described in Sri Hari Bhakti Sudodai. The influence of like-minded association is demonstrated in the following example. As a crystal reflects the color of nearby objects, so also does a person imbibe the qualities of those with whom he associates. Therefore, intelligent persons should associate with like-minded, respectable individuals in order to increase the prestige of their families. So one potato is rotten. If this potato is together with other potatoes, in a few days, all the potatoes, they will also be rotten, start to rot. So in the same way, if we associate with sadhu, slowly, all the kinds of bad qualities will be destroyed, and all the good qualities will come. So, therefore, intelligent persons should associate with like-minded, respectful individuals in order to increase the prestige of their families. The purport of this verse is that the contamination of the heart cannot be eradicated by dry renunciation, the cultivation of impersonal knowledge. So, jnana, yoga, etc. They cannot clean our heart, these processes, but it is only by the influence of association with Vaishnavas, who are free from all pride, and upon the attainment of their mercy, that the heart very easily becomes cleansed from all misgivings. So we have to associate a Vaishnava who is free from all pride. Not like I did this, I did that, I. Who is like me, I. Like a goat. You know the goat or the she-goat? She's me. Like I did. Actually, you didn't do anything. Guru and Krishna give inspiration in your heart, this potency, and you did. Actually, who did? So we see also after the Mahabharata war, you have to understand it very well. So Mahabharata war lasted for 18 days, you know. The Pandavas won. So in that celebration party, the 5 Pandavas, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Kul, Sahadev, they were so proud and they were, oh, I did this. They were bragging. Bhima told, I have alone killed who? Whom? I have killed 100 brothers alone. Yeah, because Bhima Alone he killed the 100 brothers of Duryodhana.
अर्जुन ने कहा मेरे गांडी
Arjuna said, I also killed so many great warriors with my Gandiv.
संभव थोड़ी है भीष्म पितामह के जैसे मैंने
It's actually not possible. I even killed Bhishma Pitamaha.
रथ से जो है नीचे गिरा
I made Bhishma Pitamaha fall from his chariot.
ऐसे सभी जो है देखो अपने अपने
So all of them, they were bragging.
भगवान मंद मुस्कान कर
Then Bhagavan just smiled and said, oh yeah, okay, come with me.
तुम लोग
Come along with me.
कैसे जीता कैसे क्या किया इसके प्रत्यक्ष दिखा
So
और लेकर के पहाड़ के ऊपर देखा एक
they went up in the hill. There was a head.
उसके बोले तुम परिचय दो
Then they said, oh, identify yourself. Who are you?
नाम क्या था
So what was his name?
बर्बरी
Barbarik.
वो भी महाभारत युद्ध में
Actually, in the Mahabharata war, he came to join the war also, Barbarik. But Bhagavan knew he had such a potency that he could,
सभी एक ही साथ में
at once, he could kill everyone in the Mahabharata war.
तो भगवान
So
ब्राह्मण वेश में
Bhagavan
आ गए
came in disguise of a Brahmana
बर्बर के पूछा
and asked Barbarik, where are you going?
मैं युद्ध में भाग लेने के लिए
Oh, I want to join the war.
किसके पक्ष में जाऊं
Which side will you fight in?
बोले जिस पक्ष में जाऊंगा वही विजय प्राप्त होगा
Oh, that side I will fight for, that side will win.
पक्ष में जाना है
But which side you want?
तुम्हारे शक्ति क्या
Duryodhan. But what is your potency? Show your potency.
देखो मैं एक बाण से
With one arrow,
भी है केवल कृष्ण छोड़ करके
except for Krishna,
तो मैं
I can kill everyone with only one arrow.
बोले ऐसे शक्ति
You have this potency, yes.
अच्छा बोले अच्छा देखो ये पेड़ में जितने पत्ता है
Okay, so look, all these leaves in this tree. Can you mark them with one arrow?
भाई देखो दूध की घास है
You know the duv grass, the duv grass.
और तीन
So he made a arrow and bow and arrow with the duv grass, and he spoke a mantra.
पत्ते में क्या हुआ
And all the leaves of the tree, they were cut like, with a hole. They were pierced by the arrow made of kusha grass. Bhagavan thought, oh,
इसके बाद इतने गिरे तो
he has such power. Huh?
शंकर देख
So Bhagavan with the chakra beheaded him.
है मुझे इतना ही बात दीजिए
And Barbarik said, Prabhu, okay, just give me one benediction. I want to see the Mahabharata war.
जीते और को
I want to see who won and who lost. I want to see.
कैसे करते हैं
And what happened in the war, I want to see. Bhagavan told, okay,
ऊपर
you stay
हमारी गला रहेगा तुम देखते रहो
on this hill and you can see everything from here.
तो वहीं पर है तो भगवान ये
So
पांडवों के लेकर के वहीं पर गए उनसे पूछो
Bhagavan told the Pandavas, ask the Barbarik who did what in the war.
बर्बरी कहने लगे
So Barbarik told, look,
तुमने देखा
actually I've seen that
महाभारत के युद्ध के
in this Mahabharata war,
ना युधिष्ठिर भीम अर्जुन नकुल
Yudhishthir, Bhima, Arjuna, Kula, Sahadev, actually no one has fought.
केवल उपलक्षण मात्र
This was just like externally.
एकमात्र
But I saw that really the only person who fought in the war was Bhagavan Krishna.
ये युद्ध सब कर
He fought. He killed everyone actually in the war.
तो वे सब
This is true.
विचार करते
This is true.
अर्जुन भीष्म पितामह क्या हरा सकते थे
Could Arjun kill Bhishma Pitamaha, that person who had Ichamritu Baran, the benediction he would die only when he wanted?
क्या अर्जुन गुरु द्रोणाचार्य के हरा सकते थे
Could Arjun kill Guru Dronacharya? So actually who did? Actually Bhagavan Krishna, he did
इसी
everything.
प्रकार दिखाया गया महाभारत में दृष्टांत है ये वास्तव हमारी कोई शक्ति नहीं है
So actually we don't have any potency.
ये शक्ति किस किस कहाँ से आ जाते हैं भगवान से भगवान जिसको द्वारा जो कराते हैं
Actually Bhagavan. Everything happens according to his desire.
कहते हैं हैं?
So my Gurudev used to say,
मांगो क्या क्या बोलते हो राम प्रसाद ये गान है ना बंगला में मातु ही अमाई गुरा भी कत जोग कोलूर बरल बलदीर मतलब है देखो इस संसार में हम कैसे घूम रहे हैं
how we
समझते हो कि नहीं
in this world,
जो सरसों के पीस करके तेल निकालते हैं उसको क्या बोलते हैं
Kalo means that thing to that's moving the
निकालने के लिए क्या करते हैं
oil maker.
उसके आग में
Oil maker, I don't know English word. The person who makes oil of mustard seed,
बैल कहते हैं
they bind.
घूमते में बहुत दूर चल
Sorry, they blindfold a bull, And then they put this bull walking in circles to move like an engine
उसी प्रकार
to
संसार के जीव
grind the
के द्वारा वो
grains of mustard to extract the oil.
इस प्रकार हम संसार में
So the bull is also, he's wandering, he's walking in circles, but he's blindfolded, so he doesn't know. So just like us also, we are wandering. In just like a bull with blindfolded, we don't know we are walking in circles in this material world. Balad means the bull.
जो बैल जो है वो
So the oil maker, he's making the bull walk in circles, but he blindfolds the bull so that the bull doesn't see and continues walking. So who is making us do everything is Bhagavan.
एक पत्ता भी
Without the desire of Lord, not even one leaf can move.
किंतु जीव बद्ध होने के नाते
But because the jiva is bad condition, we are thinking me, I did.
विशाल जो महाभारत युद्ध
Actually no. You see the Mahabharata war was so great.
बर्बरी की कथा जो सामान्य रूप में बताया बर्बरी कह रहे
Barbarik says
के उपलक्षण मात्र है उपलक्षण उनके द्वारा करा रहे
this was all like Bhagavan performed through these and these persons. They were just like the medium, like the how the things happen. But actually, who gave the potency for everything to happen was Bhagavan.
दिखाते रहते बद्ध जीव होने के नाते मैं करता मैं किया
So because we're conditioned souls, we think I did, but actually you have no potency at all.
हाथ उठा नहीं पाएंगे
You cannot even raise your own hands. You cannot raise your own hands.
शक्ति संचारित नहीं
If Bhagavan Shakti is not in you, the potency of Lord, you cannot even move your hand if you don't have the potency of Lord.
वो दारा सिंह हिंदी सिनेमा में जो दारा सिंह जो हैं
You know Dara Singh, that cinema artist, Dara Singh?
जो हनुमान के
He performed the Hanuman
इतने विशाल
role. His body was very big.
हैं दारा सिंह कहते हैं
Dara Singh.
12 और 14 जो है 12 ना कितने मुर्गा को खाते थे
Every day he would eat 12 or 14 chickens.
पेपर में आते हैं तो क्या क्या
It came in the paper. He was so big.
करते थे इतना विशाल
He had a gigantic body. Dara Singh.
किंतु अंत में क्या हुआ
But in the end, what happened to him?
है रुका मर गया
He died.
दारा सिंह हनुमान जो पाठ करते थे
He performed the role of Hanuman. You can see in the Google, in the internet, about Dara Singh.
सिद्ध तो हो गया
He was very famous all over the world.
इतना विशाल शरीर कहाँ चला गया
So all his gigantic body, where is it now?
वास्तव में सत्य है
This is true.
संसार के जीव सोचते हैं मैं कर रहा हूँ
People of this world, they think, I do, me, I.
पर कार्य ये इसलिए कार्य सारांश यह है कि ज्ञान वैराग्य योग और तपस्या आदि को हृदय के मलिनता दूर नहीं होती परम कर्महीन
It is only by the influence of association with Vaishnavas who are free from all pride, and upon the attainment of their mercy, so you have to get their mercy, that the heart very easily becomes cleansed of all misgivings.
चित्त निर्मल हो जाता है जब तक हम भगवत कृपा प्राप्ति नहीं करें
So if we don't get the mercy of Lord,
चित्त में
then our heart will never be free from lust and anger. Never.
इसलिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा
So what should we do?
गुरु और भगवान की सेवा करना
Serve Guru and Bhagavan.
इसलिए यहाँ पर ये मनस शिक्षा में यही तो कार्य रघुनाथ
So Manah-shiksha explains.
ये मन सदा सर्वदा भगत भी वर्तमान उनके ही स्मरण करो
So my mind, remember,
में रह करके सदा सर्वदा
O mind, speaking in this way, you must grievously cry out to the powerful and merciful devotees, who are the protectors of the path of devotion leading to Shri Krishna, the killer of Bakasura. Hearing your piteous cry, they will surely protect you from such a condition. So Raghunath Das Goswami is always saying, never leave Vraj to go elsewhere.
ब्रज के प्रति उनके इतना प्रेम
So Raghunath Das Goswami had so much love and affection for Braj. Just like Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says,
तो वही
I'll never give up this to go elsewhere.
छोड़ तो हरान हरा है ब्रज के प्रति इतने स्नेह ममता प्रीति रखता है
So much love and affection for Braj.
इसी प्रकार मनस शिक्षा के पंचम षष्ठ श्लोक में कार्य क्या
Now 6th verse of Manah-shiksha, 6th verse 6.
आदि ये दमन करने पर भी
In spite of having subdued the enemies of lust and anger, one may not have conquered the great enemy of deceit. Maybe the person conquered lust and anger, but it's already very difficult. But the deceit, what is the main meaning of deceit? Is the desire for liberation. Duplicity and hypocrisy. You're internally one thing, externally another thing. In your mouth you speak sweet words, but in your heart you're full of poison. This is the symptom of a hypocrite person. He's speaking very sweet words, but in his heart he's full of poison. Honey in the words, poison in the heart. So Raghunath Goswami always saying, oh wicked mind, listen. Although you adopt the path of sadhan, page 66, Manah-shiksha English, you imagine yourself purified by bathing in the trickling urine of the great donkey of the full-blown deceit and hypocrisy. So how is the urine of the donkey? Has someone bathed in the urine of the donkey? Does anyone do that? It burns so much actually. Have you ever tried it out? So karam mutra means donkey. So this urine of the donkey is very burning. How to say it burns a lot. So he's comparing the urine of the donkey with the deceit and hypocrisy. Oh wicked mind, although you adopt the path of sadhan, you imagine yourself purified by bathing in the trickling urine of the great donkey of full-blown deceit and hypocrisy. But by doing so, you are simultaneously burning yourself and scorching me, a tiny Jiva. Stop this. Delight yourself and me by eternally bathing in the nectarian ocean of pure love for the lotus feet of Sri Radha Krishna Jugal. So you have to give up the duplicity and hypocrisy. But it's not so easy. It's not that easy. There was a king. He had a minister with him. The minister was very intelligent. When the king would say anything, the minister would always cut his arguments. The king could say anything, but the minister would always cut his arguments. And in the assembly, everybody was making fun of the king. Oh, look, whatever the king says, the minister always cut his arguments. Oh, everybody would make fun of the king because of that. One day, the king thought, today I'll defeat my minister. So early in the morning, the king sat in his assembly. It was full of all the ministers and everyone. And then the king came and told. Actually, he wanted to make fun of the minister. So the king told a story. King told, all ministers, listen. Today during the night, I had a dream. I had a dream this night. How was my dream? In my dream, me and my minister, that specific minister, we were going somewhere, and then we came near a lake. There was a lake, and in the middle there was a path between the two lakes. One lake was full of stool, feces. The other lake was full of nectar. So when we were walking, My minister, he
निष्ठा के
fell in the lake of stool,
और मैं क्या की
but I have fell in the lake of nectar.
आनंद था
I was so happy. I was so happy. Oh,
ऐसे करने सभा के सब हाथ
then everybody was clapping in the assembly. Oh, Maharaj, very nice. Your dream was so nice.
रूपी सरोवर में
Oh, you fell in the lake of nectar. So nice.
के मंत्री
And your minister, he fell in the
निष्ठा के सरोवर में
lake of feces. Whoa.
है हंसी मजाक करता है इतने समय वो मंत्री आगे महाराज
Then the minister came.
आपका सपना पूरा नहीं ये सब
Maharaj, your dream is true. Yes, I was really in the dream. That's why I came late to the assembly, because I was also dreaming. I have the same dream. I had the same dream. I had the same dream. Oh yeah, how was your dream? Oh Maharaj, you and me, we are both together going,
इस सरोवर में आप गिर गए
and then you fell in the lake of nectar, yeah, and I fell in the lake of feces too, right? But Maharaj, something amazing happened.
आप पवित्र पान करने के लिए आप बहुत दूर चलते जा रहे हैं
You were going very far away to drink the nectar,
सोचा
and I thought,
बहुत दूर चले जाए तो लौट करके कैसे आएंगे
if the king goes so far, how will he come back?
निष्ठा के सरोवर से जल्दी जल्दी
So very quickly I came out of the lake of stool.
आपके तरफ मैं चला गया
Then I came to you. I like jumped in.
मुझे देख करके इतने प्रसन्न
Seeing me, you were so happy that you embraced me,
मैं भी आपका आलिंगन
and I also embraced you.
आजा बोले इसके बाद क्या है
And then what happened?
सुनिए
Then minister said, "Listen carefully, king.
को चटने लगे
I started licking your body, and you started licking my body."
अब हो गया
Please,
आप
meaning,
अमृत समुद्र में रह करके भी आप क्या चाट रहे हैं
even in the ocean of nectar, you were licking the feces, the stool,
है कि नहीं
wasn't it?
हाँ? इसलिए यहाँ पर भी ये कहा जा रहे हैं अरे मन
Oh, mind.
और ये चित्त मन
Chet means mind.
क्योंकि इस संसार में ऐसे कुटी नाटी छल कपट आदि करके परंतु में अधिक
Why are you bathing in this trickling urine of the great donkey of the deceit and hypocrisy? Why?
इसमें उस कपटता क्या है
So what is this duplicity, kapatata?
के बारे में बता रहे हैं
So now he will tell about this.
तीन प्रकार के
3 kinds of
एक होता है
duplicity.
साधक की कपटता परिनिष्ठ साधक की कपटता
So,
और निरपेक्ष
Swanishta, Parinishta and Nirapeksha. Tomorrow we'll speak about it.
में चले जाए
Today we will just jump now to another katha
जहाँ पर हम समाप्त
that we're talking about yesterday.
देखो रागानुगा भक्ति
So Raganuga, to enter Raganuga Bhakti,
5 प्रकार के साधन के बारे में
5 kinds of sadhana of Raganuga Bhakti.
है आज वो नहीं दे रहे
Today he didn't put the slides projection.
5 प्रकार के साधन मतलब उसमें आप रात प्रवेश करते हैं
So if you want to attain Braja Raghunaga Bhakti, yeah. That's why here Bhaktivinoda Thakur in the Bhajan Rahasya,
भक्ति के 5 भजन अनुष्ठान के बारे में बता रहे हैं
he explains the 5 kinds of sadhana.
दूसरी क्या है
Swabhishta Bhavamay sadhana, then Swabhishta Bhav Sambandhi sadhana,
सविष्ट भाव
Swabhishta Bhavanukul sadhana,
चतुर्थ क्या है
and fourth,
आप अविरुद्ध
Bhava Abhiruddha sadhana,
पांचवा क्या है
and fifth,
विरुद्ध
Bhava Viruddha sadhana.
इसके ऊपर अच्छी तरह से
So we have to understand this very well. Yesterday, for maybe 2 days, I was speaking only about Swabhishta Bhavamay sadhana. So that's the Sarkavatsalya, Madhurya. You choose one of them. You have to take one of them, one of these bhavas. In the stage of sadhana, first you have to decide in which bhav, like which bhav you want to attain. You have to decide. Do you understand?
थोड़ी सी कोई भजन साधन करे
If somebody performs even a little bit sadhana bhaja association of sadhu, then this bhav will appear in their heart.
जे मुझे कौन सा भाव ग्रहण करना
Which bhav should I accept?
जो 5 जो और 7 जो मुख्य भाव का
These 5 main mukhya ras and 7 secondary.
उसमें इसको छोड़ देना चाहिए
But you have to take one out. Which one?
ये भाव को छाड़ क्या बोले?
When you have to live outside, the Shanta, neutral mood.
सेवा नहीं,
Because in Shanta there is no seva, only Nishta.
ये शांत भाव व शांत रस में सेवा नहीं, केवल
There is no tendency to serve.
निष्ठा।
Only Nishta in the worshipable deity.
चार जो भाव हैं,
But the other four,
दस सबको
Dasa Saka Vatsala Madhurya,
ये इसमें कोई ये भाव का आपको लेना नहीं।
then you have to choose one of them.
भावों के जो सेवक जो है, नित्य गुरु वृंदावन में सेवक राधा,
Then these sevakas of Nitya Goloka Vrindavan that serve in the same mood. You have under their guidance,
भावना हृदय में रखना है।
you have to keep this mood in your heart. Like if you want to serve
और यदि सबको भाव में
in Dasya Bhav, then it's just like under Raktak Patrak guidance. If you want to serve in Vatsala Rasa, then it's under the guidance of Nanda Jashoda.
और श्रृंगार रस की सेवा प्राप्ति करते
And to serve in Shringaras,
हैं, ललिता आदि रुक्मणी आदि के संस्था
then you serve like under the guidance of Radha, Lalita, Vishaka and other Sakis. This is the highest Bhav.
फिर अनुगत्य बिना वही लोग ना पाए।
Without being under the guidance of the Sakis, you can never attain Brajendra Nandan. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains,
सुखियों के अनुगत्य नहीं, लेकिन
if you are not under the guidance of the Sakis,
अनुगत्य उनके अनुगत होकर के सेवा की भावना हृदय में है। देखो
so serve
में भी ब्रज
under their guidance. Like Lakshmi Devi also came to Braj,
ब्रज की भाव व प्रेम ऐसे रासलीला में प्रवेश करने के लिए।
so she wanted to attain the Rasa Leela, the topmost mood and everything.
दोस्त क्या
But what was the fault of Lakshmi?
है? वो कोई गोपियों को जहाँ अनुगत्य स्वीकार करना नहीं चाहती
She didn't want to accept any guidance of the gopis.
है। लक्ष्मी देवी और दूसरी क्या था? लक्ष्मी देवी चाहते हैं वो लक्ष्मी शरीर में ही
Also, Lakshmi Devi, she wanted to, in her own body,
2 नंबर
of Lakshmi, she wanted to come to Rasa Leela. So first problem is that Lakshmi Devi, she
किसी गोपियों की अनुगत्य में सेवा करना नहीं चाहती।
didn't want to serve under the guidance of any gopi.
आज
Do you understand? Gurudev is reading from Bhajan Rahasya, page 254 to 154.
दूसरी लक्ष्मी देवी क्या है?
Another thing is that Lakshmi Devi, she
लक्ष्मी शरीर में ही
wanted in her own body of Lakshmi, she wanted to
राजमा प्रवेश करना।
enter the Rasa Leela in the body of Lakshmi. This is not possible.
पहले भगवान ने उसे वंचित कर
So that's why Bhagavan cheated her and told Lakshmi is not possible.
अनुगत्य बिना
Like he deprived her, said Lakshmi is not possible.
भाई ब्रजे नंद है। गोपियों के अनुगत्य विषय चैतन्य चैतामृत में कहते हैं भजन
Because if you're not under the guidance of the gopis, you cannot attain Brajendra Nanda Shama Sundar,
भजनों में संस्कृत
the hero of Madhurya Ras. To attain him, there's only one way.
न सखी के अनुगत्य करें।
Have to be under the guidance of the Sakhis.
और दूसरी क्या है?
Another point,
वह शरीर गोपी शरीर आपको प्राप्त होता है।
you have to attain the body of a gopi.
जब तक गोपी देह प्राप्ति नहीं करे
If you haven't attained the body of a gopi, then
सीता रस में प्रवेश के अधिकार
you're not eligible to enter Shingaras.
राधा इसलिए कहता है राधा कृष्ण यही लीला अति गुणतर रास वात्सल्य दय नहीं ये सब चैतन्य चैतामृत में कहता है राधा कृष्ण के
Chaitanya Charitamrita explains these confidential pastimes, Nikunja Rahasya Leela of Radha and Krishna.
निकुंज और
These pastimes that happens in the secluded groves of Vraj, Nibritya, Nikunja, Rahasya Leela, they are qualified, only the Sakhis are qualified for these Leelas, only the Sakhis,
गोपी शरीर प्राप्ति करने के लिए मतलब
not person in any other rasa. So get the body of a gopi, you also need to perform a lot of austerities and get the mercy of Bhagavan also.
इसे देखो दंडकारण्य ऋषि लोग
Like the rishis of Dandakarana, suppose.
साल तक
For 10,000 years they were chanting the Gopal mantra.
त्रेता युग में भगवान रामचंद्र जब पधारे
And in Treta Yuga, when Bhagavan Ramachandra came, they saw Bhagavan Ramachandra
कृष्ण की लीला की स्फूर्ति हुई।
and they felt this purti, this stimulation of Krishna Lila, and they started running behind Ramachandra. Ramachandra is,
रामचंद्र ने
he knows everything, he's inside everyone's heart, so he told them, "Oh Munis,
आप लोग की जो इच्छा मैं जान लिया
I know your desire,
शरीर में
but in this body of
आप लोग मैं स्वीकार नहीं
Ram, I cannot accept you in this Lila.
क्योंकि ये राम लीला में
Because in this Ram Lila, I took a vow that I will not accept anyone except for Sita.
किंतु हे मुनि लोग आप लोगों ने
But oh Munis, you have accepted so much
मेरे
austerity, so by the power of my Yoga Maya,
वृंदावन में दापर युग में
You will be born in Vrindavan in Dwapara Yuga.
होकर ये प्रकट होंगे।
I will appear as Krishna and you will
गोपी शरीर प्राप्त करके ही
get the body of gopis.
और मेरे लीला में प्रवेश
And you will enter my Leela.
दंडकारण्य ऋषि लोग
So these Dandakarana rishis,
यहाँ पर गोपी होकर के
they became gopis.
और जन्म लिया, फिर राधा
And they took birth.
गोपियों की अनुगत्य आदि करके
Then under the guidance of Radha, Lalita, Vishaka, they entered the Ras Leela.
ये इन पर कार्य है। ये माधुर्य भाव में प्रवेश करना अति हो जाए।
So it's very difficult to enter Madhurya Bhav. It's easy to go to Vaikuntha. If someone wants to go to Vaikuntha, it's very easy. Like Ajamil, he went to Vaikuntha.
केवल अपने बेटे
Ajamil only gave his son's name Narayan.
और देखो उसके नामाभास
And you see, he chanted Namabhas, and by the fruit of the Namabhas, he went to Vaikuntha.
किंतु देखो
But
और विशेष करके अपना
to go to Braj,
वृंदावन में
especially to go to Goloka Vrindavan, there are many processes.
इसलिए कहते हैं साधक के पहले स्तर में क्या करना चाहिए।
So first stage of the sadhaka,
तो आपको
sadhaka has to fix one bhav. Like I want to attain this bhav. So those who come in the line of Gaudiya Vaishnavas Mahaprabhu,
इतना ही तो आप लोग की समझ में आ गया।
you at least understand that what do you want? Tell me.
दिन कथा सुन
For so many days you have been listening Hari Katha,
इतने साल कथा
listening to Hari Katha, and so many years listening to Hari Katha. After so many years hearing Hari Katha, what do you want?
आ जाए कृष्ण आ
If Bhagavan comes now and say, ask for benediction, what would you tell Krishna?
जाए तुम्हारे
You'd say, I want
वो अथवा नहीं पूरा नहीं
Radha Dasya. Maybe your sadhana is not complete, but you understood at least, no? That I want Radha Dasyam.
भाई अभिमान शीघ्र ही मिले तबे
If you have the ego of being made servant of Srimati Radhika, very quickly you attain to Krishna.
इतना ही तो समझ में आ गया।
So at least you understood this, no?
इसलिए यहाँ पर भी कह रहे हैं प्रेम प्रादुर्भाव होने की आप में संग प्रारब्ध है। दूसरी क्या है साविष्ट भाव संबंध, इसको भी अनुशीलन करना पड़ेगा। गुरु पदार्थ से लेकर के मंत्र जप ध्यान आदि भाव संबंधी
So Bhav Sambandhi, the limbs of Bhakti including Guru Padashraya, Mantra Jap, Smarana, Dhyan and so on are known as Bhav Sambandhi Sadhan. So
गौर मंत्र
Guru Mantra, Guru Gayatri, Guru Mantra, Guru Gayatri.
मंत्र काम गायत्री पंचतत्व और महामंत्र, ये समस्त मंत्र के ठीक ठीक से आपको
So you have to properly chant all these mantras.
इसके मंत्र जप आदि की विधि भी दिखाया गया।
The rules also of how to chant.
मंत्र विष्ठात्री देवता के चिंतन
Have to meditate in the deity of the mantra, presiding deity of the mantra.
आदि के बाद
Nyas Mudra also,
किस प्रकार
how to
जप करना है।
chant the mantra properly.
और दूसरी है मुझे क्या बताया प्रपत्ति
Also Prapati, Sharanagati and in the end Atmanivedan. 5 process.
इसी प्रकार कहते हैं मंत्र जप ध्यान आदि
So mantra jap, smarana, dhyan and so on. So you also have to do dhyan.
यदि मधुर
If you are what happened to the Hindi broadcast?
और ध्यान लगा रहता है निकट में कहीं
Hindi is a
हाँ उधार भी नहीं दे उधार
new one starting.
बिल्कुल पढ़ने के
Okay.
बाद काल्पनिक है, काल्पनिक माने इमेजिनरी है कि नहीं, बड़े है अपने स्वरूप ज्ञान की उपलब्धि होने पर वो स्वाभाविक रूप में हो जाता है।
When you realize your spiritual form, then it's natural, it's not imaginary. This is called swabhaviki.
सरल रूप में हो जाता है,
To automatically come.
आज समझिए।
Do you understand?
करने के साथ ही साथ इसलिए गुरु पदाश्रय के लेकर के मंत्र जप ध्यान आदि इसको कहता है भाव संबंधी कहते हैं। भाव संबंधी स्मरण अंग के सहायक होने के कारण एकादशी जन्माष्टमी आदि व्रत को भी आंशिक रूप में भाव संबंधी में ही कहा जाता है। जैसे जन्माष्टमी एकादशी,
Because the following of vows on holy days such as Ekadasi and Janmashtami assist the limb of Smarana, it is considered partial bhav sambandhi.
पालन कर रहे हैं। मंत्र जप करने के समय ये समस्त लीला अपने आप हृदय में,
So when you chant the mantras, all these leelas come in your mind.
मंत्र में उपासना हो,
So one thing is mantra maya upasana and another
सारसी की उपासना हो।
swarasika upasana. Two kinds of upasana.
एक होता है मंत्र में उपासना,
One is mantra maya upasana.
वेदों की बात शास्त्र की जो एक श्लोक जिसके मंत्र कहा जाता है,
Each mantra, each part of the Vedas is a mantra. All the shlokas of the Bhagavath, they are mantras.
मंत्र आप जप कर लें।
Like if you chant Gopal mantra.
कृष्ण गोविंद और गोपीजन वल्लभ, ये तो तीन देवता उसमें ही है।
Krishna, Govinda, Gopijana, well, 3 deities are there.
सबको वात्सल्य और माधुर्य,
Saka, Vatsalya, Madhurya, Mood.
तो उसे जब मंत्र जप करते हैं उसके आपके हृदय में कोई भावना उत्पन्न
So when you chant these mantras, a mood will come in your heart.
प्रति आपके अत्यंत जो है आदर व आसक्ति
So much attachment to Gopijana Vallabh. Then you meditate in him.
इसलिए यहाँ पर करें जन्माष्टमी आदि
So following Janmashtami and other vows,
आंशिक रूप में एकादशी
they assist the limb of Smarana. So it's considered partial bhav sambandhi.
तिथि और
So Ekadasi Tithi and Janmashtami,
है भगवान की जो आविर्भाव तिथि जो है,
the appearance day of Lord.
विशेष रूप से एकादशी क्या है?
Especially Ekadasi,
एकादशी तिथि भक्ति जननी परम जतन करी कृष्ण बसती बोली परम आदर करी। एकादशी तिथि जो है ये हमें अपने आप प्रदान कर देगी है।
Ekadasi,
एकादशी तिथि पालन करनी,
if you should follow Ekadasi properly,
एकादशी के दिन ये समस्त मंत्र जो है अधिक रूप में
and you should chant more the mantras on the day of Ekadasi, like Gopal mantra.
मंत्र के कहा जाता है क्या?
The Gopal mantra is called Mantra Raj,
समस्त राजाओं में ये क्या है? राजा का राज,
king of all the mantras.
समस्त मंत्र जितने प्रकार के मंत्र है,
All the mantras.
बाल मंत्र के कहा जाता है।
The Gopal mantra is
ये मंत्र
the king of all the mantras. The mantras can give everything. This mantra can give anything.
के अर्थ जाने और
Whether you know the meaning of the mantra or not,
मंत्र अपने आप प्रकाश कर देते हैं।
the mantra will automatically manifest. Just like the fire.
के बारे में आप जाने अथवा नहीं जाने, जैसे हाथ लगाने से आप अपने स्वाभाविक क्रिया क्या करें? हाथ जलाइए।
No, whether you don't know fire burns or not, if you put the hand in the fire, you'll burn your hand. Because everything they have inherent nature. Whether you know the meaning of the mantra or not, what then? What is the difference? Actually, the mantra will automatically manifest in your heart.
अमृत में गोप
So in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita,
अपने शिष्य मासुर ब्राह्मण को
Gop Kumar told
गुरु से जब मंत्र लिया,
to his disciple, the Mathura Brahmin, when I took initiation from my guru, his guru was Jayanta. When Gurudev gave me the initiation, he fainted. He didn't tell me how to chant.
न्यास मुद्रा कुछ नहीं बताया
He didn't chant the procedure, Nyas Mudra, how to put the hand position, nothing.
और विश्वास रख करके
But because I had so much faith in my guru, I was chanting the mantra always.
मुझे प्राप्ति हो जाता।
Then I got the
और यदि कोई मंत्र के अर्थ जाने और उससे करे तो वो अच्छा ही है। उसे क्या
meaning of the fruit. Then I got the fruit of the mantra. If you know the mantra meaning, it's very good. It's just like the cherry on top of a cake.
एकादशी आदि तिथि में
It like makes it even better, you know.
जब और वो भाव संबंधी और इस स्मरण अंग के सुहाग होता है। तीसरी क्या है? सविष्ट भाव अनुकूल। भाव अनुकूल क्या है? जैसे तुलसी माला धारण है,
Like also
धारण, वैष्णव चिन्ह धारण, तुलसी सेवा परिक्रमा प्रणाम आदि ये सब भाव के अनुकूल है।
so bhav sabishta bhav anukul, favorable to one's desired mood. So the best seva is service to Tulasi.
शक्तिशाली
It's very powerful, the service to Tulsi Devi.
तुलसी देखी जुड़ाए प्राण,
Wearing neck bands made of Tulsi, applying tilak, adopting the outward signs of Vaishnava, rendering Tulsi Seva, performing parikrama, offering pranam and so forth are Bhava Anukul. So Tulsi is called Krishna Priya, she's so dear to Lord.
क्योंकि तुलसी बिना मौसम कोई ग्रहण नहीं करता।
Actually, Bhagavan does not accept anything without Tulsi. Maybe you offer 56 preparations, but without Tulsi, Krishna won't even accept it.
अनेक प्रकार अपने सब्जी मिठाइयाँ ठाकुर जी के
You cook so many sabjis and sweets and put in front of the deity. You close the door of the altar. You come outside to chant the mantra.
खोल करके देखा ठाकुर जी कुछ
Then you open the door of the altar. You saw the deity didn't accept a thing that you cooked. Why? First, you did one big mistake. You forgot to offer the tulsi leaf.
तुलसी में इसलिए कहते हैं 56 व्यंजन तुलसी बिना गोविंद ना करे ब्रह्म चेतन भागवत में लिखा है।
Chaitanya Bhagavath explains,
कोई भी करे है तुलसी अर्पण करना चाहिए।
whatever you do, you have to offer tulsi.
सोते भी है बैठते भी
Bhagavan sits, he sleeps always with tulsi. Like you know, Shalagram is Narayana himself. So the pujari, you see, he put sandalwood and then puts the tulsi leaf under and then Narayana on top.
फिर उसके ऊपर फिर
Then on Narayana Shalagram puts another tulsi with the sandalwood paste.
भगवान बैठते हैं सोते हैं
So Bhagavan sleeps, eats always with tulsi.
प्रसंग में
So in the context of Rasa Leela,
तब ध्यान हो गया
when Krishna disappeared from Rasa Leela,
कृष्ण की अनुसंधान करने के लिए खोजने के लिए
the gopis were searching for Krishna, crying.
देखा क्या तुलसी को देखा
Then they saw Tulsi.
और वो तुलसी जो है हंस रही थी
Tulsi was laughing.
तुलसी के छोटे छोटे फूल होता है ना
The Tulsi has small flowers. Have you seen a Tulsi flower?
और देखो बहुत छोटे छोटे फूल होता है और
It's very small.
उसमें ऐसे लगते हैं मानो उनके दांत खिले हुए हैं
But looks like the teeth of Tulsi. If you see carefully, you see it looks like the teeth of the Tulsi.
करके हंस रही है गोपियां
The gopis thought,
ये देखो हम लोग दुखी है
we're so upset.
विरह में हम लोग सब
Feeling separation of Krishna.
और तुलसी इतने
We're suffering.
प्रसन्न क्यों है हंस रही क्यों
Why is Tulsi so happy?
तो उसमें गोपियां गा रही हैं ये तुलसी
Gopis told, Tulsi is Krishna Priya.
है जब गोविंद जाते हुए जरूर जरूर तुम्हें जो है
Tell us,
वो काट करके गए क्या बोलते हैं
Krishna surely he how to say Bilishka?
चिमटी काटते हैं ना
Like Krishna certainly he
जैसे
touched you before when he passed through here.
व्यक्ति बैठे रहते हैं एक व्यक्ति के दूसरे जाना है
Like two persons are sitting, then if you are like in the bus or something, and another person like poke you, pokes you to wake you up. Oh, like come on, it's your time to go.
तो उसके ऐसे ऐसे स्पर्श कर देते हैं बस फिर चल गया
Then it's somebody like just like a little bit, how do you say, like poking, I think poking in English, no? Poking you to.
इस मार्ग में जाने
So when Krishna came to this way, like pinching or poking you, or
स्पर्श करके गए
if Krishna,
ये तुलसी कृष्ण प्रिय
he passed here, he certainly like pinched you on the way or poked you, so surely you know
तुलसी ने कोई उत्तर नहीं
where Krishna went. But Tulsi was not answering the gopis. Then the gopis told,
तुम तो सदा
hey Tulsi,
के साथ रहते हो
you are always with Krishna.
उनकी विरह के बारे में तुम नहीं जानते हो
You don't know about feeling separation from him.
विरह में जो तड़प रहे हैं
We are suffering separation from him and you don't know this feeling.
इसलिए तुम हंस रही हो
That's why you're laughing.
है? अथवा
Or
हम लोग के सपतना मने
because you're having the co-wife moods.
होने के नाते
And then that's why
तुम तो कृष्ण के सदा सर्वदा निकट में रहते हो
you are always with Krishna also. And you saw us,
जैसे श्रीमद् भागवत में
and just like actually Srimad Bhagavatam explains,
क्या नाम है राजा
the name of that king, he had two wives, Suruchi and Suniti. King Uttanpad.
दो पत्नियां
Uttanpad had two wives,
और एक सुरुचि
Suruchi and Suniti.
सुरुचि जो है राजा उत्थानपाद के
So the king Suruchi, the queen Suruchi, she was very dear to the king Uttanpad.
और बड़ी पत्नी कौन है
She was the youngest. And then the older wife was Suniti.
उत्थानपाद
Suruchi,
वशीभूत करके रखते है नवयुवक संपन्ना भी थी है इसलिए
she was very young.
उत्थानपाद उनके प्रेम में काम में वशीभूत हो गए और ये वे बहुत खुश रहती थी है
She would,
और सुनीति के दुख देख करके ये हंसती थी सुरुचि
seeing the suffering of Suniti, Suruchi would be very happy. You know, the choirs, because they were sharing the same husband, right? So the husband was too attached with Suruchi, and Suruchi would be happy when she would make, you know, if when the husband was liking her more than Suniti. So Gopis told Tulsi, yes, Krishna also poked you, pinched you on the way when he came here, and that's why you're so happy now. That's why you're laughing. So tell us, where is Govinda? In which direction did he go? But Tulsi didn't answer a thing. And Gopi said, look, you know, that's because she's in the co-wife mood. She doesn't want to tell us, like jealous. She's happy to see us. Like feeling separation, she's happy to see us feeling separation, and she will not tell us where he went. So Tulsi is very dear to Krishna. So wearing neckbands made of Tulsi, applying tilak, rendering Tulsi seva, performing parikrama. Have to do parikrama. Do the parikrama of Giriraj Govardhan, Radhakunda and Shyamakunda. Sometimes go to this beautiful place of Braj and do the parikrama. You feel so much bliss. Offering pranam. So do pranam to all these places. This is all bhava anukul, favorable to one's desired mood. So this is the third, swabhishta bhav anukul. Fourth, swabhishta bhava abhiruddha. Abhiruddha means it's neutral, neither opposed to nor incompatible with one's desired mood. It's neutral, not negative nor positive. What is it? Respecting cows, brahmanas. There's not much benefit in bhakti. Okay, how much, doesn't matter how much you give to the brahmanas, they'll always swear you when you leave. When you leave. So like just give something to him, he'll put in his pocket, he will insult you, he will like blaspheme you, swear you because he wants more. Then you just shut your ears. So if you go to Vishram Ghat and you give 11 rupees, he says, oh, give 21 rupees. Like as much as you give, he wants more. The brahmanas are never happy. You can never satisfy them. And if you don't give to them, they start swearing you. They will call you so many names. Your ears will be like in pain. Because this is the nature of the brahmanas. So be far from them. Whatever you gave, that's it. Remember Bhagavan and don't listen to them because they'll continue barking. So or complaining. So serving the cows and the brahmanas. Serving the cows also. Although Shastra explains that Krishna likes so much the cows and brahmanas. But if you really serve the cows properly, okay. And if you use this milk in God and for Giriraj Govardhan, it's very nice. But the cow, then if you get the cow and you give him to like some butcher, then the cow will curse you. So it's not so easy to give donation of a cow, because people want to give donation of cow. People praise so much donating the cow, but you can also have to see the negative outcome. Like maybe they give donation to a cow to a butcher, and the cow will curse you. So yeah, you have to give donation of cow, but properly, to see if the person who got the donation, they are serving cow nicely or not. Otherwise, you'll get that sinful activities. So that's why Shukadeva Goswami, he told the story of Nrig Maharaj in the Bhagavatam. Isn't it? The story is there. I'm not trying to discourage you. Oh, Maharaj, should I give donation of cow or not? Yeah, you can give. I'm not prohibiting. But you have to give when properly the cow will be properly served. Isn't it? And this milk of the cow should be given to the service of Guru Vaishnava deity. If there's no one to service the cow and nobody even gives food to the cow is so thin, then the cow will say, oh, you are also a butcher. You donated me and gave me in whose hands? Like someone who's not taking care of me. This is also one reality. So, I mean, this is also possible outcome. So serving cows is neutral, not favorable, not unfavorable for bhakti. You should think about these things. I'm not telling, oh Maharaj, you're saying I should not serve the cows and not give donation of cow. Yes, do. I'm not prohibiting, but do properly, analyzing who are you giving, to whom you're giving the cow to, and how this thing is being performed. So, respecting cows, the banyan tree, the miro balan tree, and the brahmanas are conducive limbs and therefore called bhava aviruddha. So now we speak about swabishta bhava viruddha. Time's up. Dwarati, I'll tell this in briefly. Oppose one's desire mood. Nyas, mudra, dvarakadhyan, and other such limbs should be abandoned in the performance of raganuga bhakti because they are opposed to the attainment of one's desired bhav. The raga marga sadhaka always follows the Vrajavasis. In other words, he follows Sri Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and Raghunadas Goswami, and constantly practice the process of bhajan shown by them. A raga marga sadhak should always reside in Braj. If possible, he should reside there physically, otherwise mentally. So, if possible, he should reside there physically in Vraj. This is the best. If it's not possible with the body, then wherever you are, but you have to always take the mood of Vraj. So, Swabishta Bhaviruddha, oppose one's desire mood. Nyas Mudra means here, the Nyas Mudra of the yogis actually is indicating here. Do this, do that, do like this, so they're wasting time with these things. Dwarka Dhyan also, this is all unfavorable for Raganuga Bhakti. You have to give it up. Later I'll tell more about this. So Gurudeva used to say, the two brothers, they were living in Radhakunda. And for 40 years they stayed in Radhakunda and performed bhajan and sadhana in Radhakunda for 40 years. Younger brother and older brother. So they were chanting the mantra of Srimati Radhika. Dwarati, come on, let's go. So the younger brother said, oh, I'm staying long time in Braja and I'm not going anywhere. So somebody invited him to go to Dwarka, like a pilgrimage in Dwarka. He went to Dwarka. And in Dwarka, he took that chap of Rukmini, like the mark of Rukmini. I never been there, but I heard they do some mark in the body of Rukmini. And he stayed 2 months. Then when he came back to Radhakunda, his mind was not absorbing in the Srimati Radhika and her mantra, and she was not coming to his meditation. In the end, he asked to his older brother, what did I do? For 40 years I stayed here, performed my bhajan. I was chanting mantra of Srimati Radhika, and immediately I would have some spurti of Srimati Radhika in my heart. But since I've come back from Dwarka, I haven't even seen Srimati Radhika. Then the older brother told, because he went to Dwarka, so Srimati Radhika, she gave up on you, like she rejected you. She rejected you because you got the print of Rukmini, this like this mark of Rukmini. So this brother was so upset. 40 years of bhajan went in vain. So he was feeling so much separation, he gave up his body in separation, suffering.